Hey, what's going on, guys? CT Vero or CloneTrooperMania here, back with another video. And today I'm going to be customizing this Gen Urso figure from the 5 POA, Rogue One and all of the other figure lines. It's only 5 POA. It's not a bad figure, bad character, but it's 5 POA, so I'm going to be customizing it to add some, not articulation, but more of a better pose. So probably going to be just giving her a, not elbow joint, but a new elbow, pretty much to where she can pose better and having this arm in a better position. So that'd be better, it'll look like a better figure, and I'll be customizing her into a female Mandalorian. So what I'll be doing to use that is use some sculpted art, hardening sculpting material, pretty much to, because this is a figure to where her vest can't be removed. So I plan to put some of the sculpted inside of that and sculpt out some Mandalorian armor. And for the helmet, I do plan to use mold putty, so from Hobby Lobby, for it's not a bad deal, as if you don't want to use resin cast and go through all that process of how you make resin, then mold putty's your best bet if you want to do the helmets. As I got a Sabine Wren helmet, put inside the mold putty, took it out, and you're left with this helmet hole inside. And you also got the where you're gonna put the head through, and cut that in half. And I'll be making a process video of how to do that. And yep, that's the mold putty. And also got a hot glue gun, so that should be interesting to see and do the process and show you guys how to do that. Alright, so I got a hot glue gun. Just be careful with it. It's, of course, hot. And what you want to do is get the putty inside. Get ready. And what you want to do is put it inside. Make sure to fill out the holes correctly, so you can have the helmet positioned and ready to be molded inside of the hole. And once you reach it about the top part, you safely put it on the surface. And what you want to do is get the other half, make sure it's aligned correctly, and put it inside of the hole quickly, and try not to burn yourself. And even though it does pop out, that's fine, it's normal. And make sure to squish it, as this part is important. And I would say wait about a minute or so to take out the mold, so you can have a good helmet. So just wait a little while, so. So what I initially plan to do is, I already tested a helmet out, and it does not fit over the head really well. So what I'm going to have to do is use mold putty to put inside of the helmet already, and be able to fit the joint, so it can go on it well and position itself. Okay, it's about done. I'm going to take off that glue strand, and okay, should be fairly done now. Take it out, be careful as some glue might still be on there. So you can already see that there's already a helmet mold in there already. And like I said, this is way of a faster process than resin cast. It's just that the only downside to doing this process is some molds are going to be good, some molds are going to be fairly decent, and some molds are going to come out really sloppy. So you just got to figure out how you're going to do the mold. And like so, this mold's actually not that bad. It is kind of flashy, and you know, it's kind of a messed up mold per se, but I would still use this. I just got to cut off the excess, and it should be a good helmet to use. It's a little misshapen, that's fine. This does and will do good on a figure. And just for reference, here is a Sabine brand figure from the Rebels line. I'm gonna take off the helmet, and what I'm gonna do is put that helmet that I made onto her. It is kind of a tight fit for some reason. And so there you go. That's how it fits. Fairly decent. I would say it's kind of misshapen, so I might do another mold, but that's just to show you the process that it could be as. Sometimes, like I said, you're gonna get good and bad molds out of this process, so you just got to be ready to do that. With resin casts, I don't mind the process of resin cast, but it is a lengthy process, and I believe this way is faster. There you go. There's the helmet. It's not bad, but once you paint it up and get it going, then it will turn out well. And here's just a comparison to the real and casted helmets. So, yep. Let's try another helmet. All right, helmet making process part 2. So put it inside. I'll do it this way so the X can be seen. Put it inside. Gotta refill it. Took me a sec. Okay, should be good. This one I am filling it out more this time, and make sure the X can be seen and positioned well. Get ready to move hands. There you go. And I'll be making a video how to make the mold putty and do the helmet process in another video. So, there you go. And also, while we wait, while putting inside the putty, it does not damage the helmet. The only way to damage the helmet is to scratch it or something. If you use a sharp scissoring tool to, you know, take out the helmet and cut the, you know, putty inside. So that's the only way to harm the helmet. But if it's an easy process, it's an easy process, pretty much. So yep. Should be not ready yet. It's a little hot. That's fine. So just wait a little bit. And the other helmet, I will paint this up and show you guys, you know, how it looks like with the coat of paint. And I do use acrylic paint if you want to go cheap. And it's not really a bad paint to use unless you're coloring the joints. Then you might want to use Citadel or any other premium paints for figures. So, all right, I'm gonna wait a little longer so we can get a better helmet. There you go. All right, it's time to take it out. And like I said, don't worry about the excess, as that can be easily fixed. Like so, you can get ripped. And what you want to do is just use scissors or something to take it out. It does have some lines on it, but that's fine. So just take the helmet without damaging the mold. And alright, this one, yeah, like I said, this one came out kind of bad, but it's still fairly decent. It can be used as a background helmet or so. So I believe this one wasn't really that well ready yet to take out, but it's fine. So like I said, you get good and you get bad helmets. On for part 3. Okay, and this is going to be the last helmet I'll be doing for this video to show you guys. You'll be getting good and bad helmet scopes. Just really depends on the way that you process. So let's do it again. Make sure it's all in there. And mark the spot. This one doesn't have as much as excess as the last one, so that should be fine. Check on the others. I'm going to be painting these up, like I said. This one's going to be used as a background helmet or so. I'm not going to put this on a figure unless I paint it up and it looks not bad. This one, if this one doesn't turn out good, I'll make more or just use this one to use for that Gen Astro body sculpt. And we'll just wait a little longer for this to cool down. Also, I don't mind this body sculpt. It's actually really good for 5 POA. The first attempt was the non-removable helmet, and that body wasn't that bad either, but this one's better as it is removable and you'd be able to use the helmet more versatile. So there's Speed Rin. Compare all the helmets that I've already done. There you go. So it's kind of hard to tell with the middle one, but you can see the visor. This one you can't see the visor clearly unless I zoom in, so it's not bad. And I will be doing the molding for the Journesso figure of all the Mandalorian pieces. extra pieces that needs to be put on, and see how that turns out. And while we wait, here's the figure that I've done before, the same process of the helmet. Now the helmet is a little longer than the original. You can tell from the side profile, just fine. So, just comparison. It's a little longer and more misformed, but it still works as a, you know, custom figure. So, all right, let's check on the helmet. So I did wait a little longer to take this one out. So let's do that. Fill all the edges, so it'll be easier for us to take it out. You don't have to worry about it getting stuck. I never had that problem before. And let's take this one out without ripping the excess. Let's rip it off anyway. What the heck? Alright, just take it out. Alright, this one's not bad. You know, excusing the excess, this one actually came out better than the first one. And definitely better than the second one. So, very nice. So, this is a good example of, you know, waiting, being able to get good helmets and bad helmets. So, you just want to cut off the excess and you got yourself a good helmet. And just for comparison, this helmet is able to get on to figure. This one's actually tighter than the others, but it does fit. Like so. Just paint it up and it can be good to go. Alright, what we're gonna do is take off the head for this Generso, so ball joint. And what I plan to do is put that helmet on mold putty and be able to set it on the figure like so. And I will be editing and customizing the helmet to look better, as it is a little deformed for some reason. Alright, so fix up the helmet. So it looks a little better. Cut out the excess as well as fixed up the length of it. Actually, on the side, looks like a Republic Commando figure, so, or a helmet, so you can actually see the inspiration for that helmet design. It's kind of funny, but there's the fixed up helmet. So what we're gonna do is put mold putty inside the helmet so it can, you know, fit flush on the ball joint. So let's get to it. Alright, so got fairly same size, so just mix it up. Make sure when it's done, it's fully a yellowish white color and not showing any spots or anything like that. Mix it up good. Fill it apart. Roll into a ball. Some turning. Alright, that should be fairly done. So it's got like this yellowish white color to it without any white spots. as that will be going inside of this helmet that I made. So let's get to it. What you want to do is form a line like that. Stick inside the helmet, make sure it's fully in, and push it inside, like so, and take out the excess. That. So it's flush inside. And what you can do is bring the figure, put it all, not all the way through, but make it look like it should fit inside, like so. I'll just take out more. Start over again. That should be fine. So yeah, here you go. Just wait a little bit to stay in flush. That. And like I said, I wish the original Generoso helmet would sit more flush with the helmet, but it's just the hairpiece from the back, and the back of her head won't let the helmet stay flush unless I expand the helmet inside of the design, but that's a little more too lengthy of a process to do. But, yeah, there's the helmet. Should look fine. And yep. Alright, what I did was cut the arm off, and what I plan to do is put that sculpted inside to give it a more of a bend to it, so that gives her more character, better posability, and overall better look. And what I'm going to do is cut off the left arm as well to not give it a dual wield stance, but more of a side profile character creation, so it looks more she has more character to her body to it. Then I'm going to be sculpting the pieces and color all up, see how that goes. Okay, so sculpt it from Hobby Lobby, and what I'm going to do is open it. If I can open it now, and I already used a bunch already to make a bunch of pieces already, so I'll just take a small piece for the elbows, pretty much. So soft and easy to use. And what you want to do is get the figure, and I did have to cut off excess so the arm sits naturally and doesn't look like she has long arms or anything like that, so it's in proportion. And what you want to do is just form it inside, and you know, get a good length to it, pretty much. Right, so once you get the shape to it, it actually pretty much just making like elbow pads for biking, but it's gonna be like a some kind of padding form to it. So yeah. Then what you want to do is I'm going to be using super glue, waiting for this to harden, glue it down, and then glue down the other piece of the arm, so she has like a shooting arm to it, just like the Sabrine Ren figure. So. Alright, there you go. Added joints to the figure, like so. Fine, up, down, that's it. Just be careful not to get super glue on the top joint, because it's going to be hard to, you know, get out. So just be careful with that, as well as be careful getting the super glue on your fingers, because it does wear off after a few days, but still annoying to see and feel. So, yep, next up is getting the joints. There you go. Yeah, filled in the figure's body to match up with the body. So, there you go. And now I'm going to be shaping off the Mandalorian armor. And for reference, I will be using the back of these custom Mandalorian and the actual Sabrine Ren figure. So, let's do it now. Alright, so yes, I finished her up. She looks really rugged right now, but once I paint her up, she'll look better. And I think she'll look like she's from the Old Republic era. So yeah, she's actually kind of top heavy, but she still stands pretty good. So, yep, get into action pose. There you go. And I wish she had articulation in her legs, but I don't have a Dremel or any tool of that sort yet, so I won't be able to do that in the future. But if I do, I'll make a video on adding articulation to that instead of having it into a statue. So yeah, it's back. Jetpack is actually better than the one I did first, but I like this one's size better than this one. So I think for this one, I was going to go for a different kind of look to the jetpack. So that's why it looks different. But I'll get her painted up and show you guys the finished product. So yeah. And here we have it. Finished product of female Mandalorian using Jyn Erso's body and custom pieces used from a sculpted product. That's the back. Go. So yeah, that's about it. Put it next to the other Mandalorians. And there you go. Not too bad myself, I would say. I do plan to touch up on the maybe figure sometime, but not for a little while. I'll just have her on my shelf. And yep, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace.